Hello, Cara. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Let me try to do. I'm trying to use the Bluetooth, but I don't know why it does. Let me see. Okay. Let's say something, Cara.
You want me to say something?
Yes. Let me see.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. It's just that I'm trying to hear you through this, so it's easier for me.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do something about it. Maybe we'll wait for some people. But what I wanted to do when I heard that you wanted some help with the arms and all that, and everyone has that, usually that request. So I said, why not? Let's get something
Yeah, I so
going,
appreciate it.
of course.
And are you from Miami? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yes. I'm from Ecuador. I've been here in Miami since 98, since 2000, since
Wow.
98. Yeah.
It's
Where are
nice.
you from, Cara?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, how nice.
Yep, right smack dab in the middle.
And okay, let me see. That's so weird. Okay, okay. Okay, Kara. So why don't we go ahead and start what we came here for.
Okay.
So, so you've been spraying like for 2, 3 months, I
Yes.
read, right?
Yep.
So I know the arms are so difficult because they're so much more smaller than
hmm
a torso or a
hmm
whole leg. What kind of machine are you using?
I have a California tan mini bronzer.
Okay. What kind of gun is it? Is it a plastic gun or do you have it at hand?
It's metal. Do you want to see it?
If you can show it to me, that will be amazing.
Okay, hold on. I'm in my bedroom. I gotta go into my where all my stuff is.
Because it really does make a difference the kind of gun that you use because different guns have different spray patterns.
Okay,
Some have like a lot wider spray pattern. I see
sure.
Melissa just joined in, but I don't see her.
Okay, let me.
So, and some have like a lot smaller fan, like it's pretty much like this. So it
Yeah.
really has to do a lot with the kind of gun that you have.
So
Yes. Okay. And you usually have it
this
the front, the
horizontally.
tip, you spray like this.
So I have been, and then when I read your post about like the body standing vertically, it made so much more sense. Like as far as overspray.
Yes. Yes.
And my husband, he's a contractor, and he sprays like all the furniture, not all the furniture, but a lot of the furniture he makes. So he's really good at spraying, and he said that that made perfect sense. Um,
Yeah, because if you're spraying like your husband, if he's spraying like some kind of furniture that is like totally more vertical than diagonal, so he makes sure that he just goes like this, so it's bigger ones.
yep.
And the thing with the body, when you see a whole body, the only time that you have to spray like this will be when it's in your arms. Otherwise, the whole thing, everything is like this.
Yeah.
So you would have to do less strokes if you go like this because usually the legs will have like 2 or 3 at the most,
Uh-huh.
2 at the bottom or 3 at the top, because the thigh it's a lot thicker, wider than the lower part of the leg. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's why it's so important that you spray this way. Whenever I spray the hands, I don't change the tip of the gun that you just showed me. What I do, I just turn around and go like this.
Okay.
So I don't need to be changing it because it's time on your hands, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And And it's a few seconds here, a few seconds there till you change it, and then you change it back again. So I usually, when I teach, I do not recommend that they change the way, the pattern of the spray.
Mm-hmm.
So you can spray like this and you can keep on going like that. So I just do, if you spray like this, I just turn around and go like this. It's
Okay.
going to be a second. You're going to have plenty of product to spray the whole arm when you're turning the gun like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's start with the basics of the arms. You have to have an order. So my order is that I'm going to show you the order that I have, but you can have your order. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you follow the same kind of order, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because for example, myself, I like to start at the back, especially in the legs, because this feels cold. It doesn't matter. It can be like in the middle of the summer. We're usually inside places that have AC.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens, the AC makes everything feel cold, and the air plus the liquid thing that hits the body when you do the bag right at the first shot, they're gonna go like and that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a very bad first experience of the spray tan. So, and at the same time, when you spray them like this, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go like, oh, I feel so conscious, my cuchi, my chichi. So if you go like this, it's just so much easier. So you just go ahead and you start with the lower part of the legs, have them bend over. So you start the back. Then you do the whole body like you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do the back, I do the back of the arms. So this is going to be my first, like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to spray the back of the arms, which is going to be very careful with this area. Let me
Uh-huh.
just put this a little bit higher up. Be very careful with this area. You don't want to spray product in there. Whatever falls in there, it's good, but don't spray this part because it looks ugly and dirty when it gets like under the other. The same for this part over here. So
Okay.
you're gonna go if she's like this,
Mm-hmm.
turn it around. When she's like this, you're gonna spray one, and of course you have to go like a little bit like this. One and then two.
Okay.
One and then turn her around. It could be one stroke, one, two. So you go one, two.
Okay.
Be careful with this.
Okay.
You never go on top of the elbow. This is a very dry area.
Mm-hmm.
I usually what I do, we're gonna go in the hands and feet as well, is that I put a little bit of moisturizer right on the tip of the elbow just to make sure that we don't spray in there. If something falls in there, you thought that you want product in there, you grab a tissue paper, just grabbing whatever I have in here, and just kind of clean it.
Okay.
So with this, you have the back of the arm. You might have to do like, so you're in here, you go like pretty much like the inside, and then this. Now in here, talking about the arms, you have to be very careful because it's very easy to spray this part, and then she's gonna be stained in here. So you make sure that when you're spraying, you hold her arms and you have them bend. I usually like putting my arm in here when I'm spraying them, so I feel if I went too far down. And if I did, I will feel it on my gloves. And I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of tap it up like this, so I make sure that there's nothing going in there.
Okay.
At the same time, where you're spraying, you don't want to put too much product when you are reaching the hand. You need to pretty much, when you're like around here, you need to let go of the gun and keep going so you don't have a line.
Mm-hmm.
Any part that you're spraying, that you're finishing, let's say like the lower part of the legs or in here, you're spraying like this, you go shh, turn it around, remember, turn it around, shh. And around here, you're gonna stop the product. For that, you release the trigger. And the moment that you release the trigger, but you keep going. So
Okay.
it just blends perfectly. It
Okay.
needs to be blended. You cannot have like a straight line, like product and then white.
Sure.
That's why it's so important, that technique. When you're spraying, you keep going, release, but keep going. All
Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the back of the arms. Then you do one. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm not sure if I'm getting myself through. I'm trying to do best with my English,
It
but
makes perfect sense.
okay. So the back of the arms, then I do one arm, then I do the other arm.
Okay.
Then we do the back of the arms. Then when I do the side of the body, that's when I do this part.
Okay.
So I did the back of the body,
Uh-huh.
and then right now I'm gonna do the side. Then I hold her arm. I like having it bend a little bit, just kind of tiny bit. So I just kind of do, and then I do this part
Uh-huh.
because I usually spray her from the side. Let's say that I have it in here and I grab the arm and she's like this.
Okay. Yep.
I'm the model and I'm the spray tanner. It's exact. So she's giving me her side and I
Mm-hmm.
spray. Beginning on the shoulder and I go one, all the way here, one, and then two in here.
Okay.
Because it's such a small area that a lot of the spray product is going to go out there.
Uh-huh.
It's just one little part that's going to hit this part. That's why I have to do so many movements to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you cover the arm. That's why usually the arms are very difficult to get them even for that reason, because people think that just one spray it's enough, and you need to spray one and then like a little bit more in here and kind of stop there, and then on the side you need to spray one and then two,
Mm-hmm.
and then I turn it around when I have it on the side, then I turn her around and go like this. Shh. Let's say that this is the arm of the client and I go like, shh.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yep.
So again, the side, I have the client right, my client is like me right
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm right in front of her. So I just kind of go like this, hold
Mm-hmm.
her arm and spray her. One, and the same thing. In here, you want to be very careful and just kind of stop around here. Just kind of stop around here and keep going so it blends,
Yep.
right? So you go one, let go, and keep going. So you
Yep.
blend. Another one, two, and then you turn her around and you spray. I don't like I said, I don't like spraying directly this part or this part, because the moment that we're spraying here, it, some stuff will get in there. And
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna go to the underarms in
Okay.
that part, because this is part of the arms, this part in here. That's why you have to be careful there. So then you go like this, and then go one, let go, two, let go. Now you need to be very careful because this area, it's a lot smaller than this. Okay, so if you see, that's why it's so important products to have a little bit of a bronzer, so somehow, and we have good lighting as well, so somehow we're able to see where we're going. This is not about doing it quick. It's about do it with, with detail. Where am I going? Where am I spraying? Okay, so when I sprayed, I saw that it went all the way over here. Now the second time, I don't have to go all the way over here, because otherwise she's going to be super dark in this area. So if I saw that I went in there, then the second time I just kind of finished a little bit before. So in here, like around very near the elbow, I will let it go and just kind of blend it and make it blend. And then I have her turn around so this whole thing shows up. You know what I mean? So this whole thing shows up, and then I spray. Shh. The same thing here, very, very important. When you spray, you let go and keep going. And then the other arm, exactly the same. Now, when I'm doing the sides, I do the underarm totally separate. And the underarm is tricky because it's an area that it's very sensitive. It's very, you don't want to do underarms dark, because underarms are very warm. They sweat a lot. It's like the inside of the boobies, they sweat. That's not an area that you want to put too much product. The same for the neck, the same from the groin area. Those are areas that you want to spray the least, the better. That's the same thing for the back of the knees. These are areas that are usually like hidden or bended. So I usually spray that area very little. So with that said, the underarm, I just do one spray like this. It's kind of quick. It's kind of the arm. When I spray the hands, they're a little bit faster. So I go like this way. That's it. If I see that she has her armpits are a little bit darker, I just don't go there, because that's the idea of the spray tan, that you do it by hand, that you make her all even. Anything that is dark is going to get darker with the spray. So why would I want to do her armpits dark? The same thing, some people have their hands are a lot darker, or the feet a lot darker. Don't spray the hands if they are darker. Don't spray the feet if they are darker. Don't spray the knees. I see so many people when they post the pictures and the knees are so dark. If they already have dark knees or very dry knees, you don't have to go there twice. Sometimes you don't even have to go around it. You just kind of avoid it when you're spraying. You can always stop and keep going under the knee. Okay, so that is the side. Then the front, they go like this. The front position is this, because I really want to get in this area. And something very important from the arm in the front position, that you have her turn the hand like this, because that's the only time that you're going to get this little, all those positions that we have talked about. If you don't make her go like this when she's facing you, she's going to have a wide lining here. And it's very noticeable, believe me. I have seen it on clients. And like Maritza usually sprays me, or sometimes we're like so busy and we're not aware. It's like to make them go like this. And then the other time a client came that she had the tan was beautiful. And she just kind of went like this to do something with her hair. And she had like a wide lining. I didn't even say anything, but I noticed. You know, those are the things that the only time that you get that wide part is if you have them go like this. And then I spray. I go like this, 1 and 2. Because the gun that I have is exactly like yours, and I love it. It's a wide fan. So you can get a lot of area with just one stroke. So you go 1 and 2. Be careful in this area, doesn't go that much up. You can go like a tiny bit. People are very fair, this area is gonna be like, wait. So you can always go like a, and this little line, you just do it once. This is like the underarm, doesn't need to be too dark. Okay, so I think Shauna was asking me that she had problems with her arms, doing the arms inside a tent. And for me, because the way that I should just show you how I do the arms, it's easy in a tent. Because when you're spraying them in the back, they go like this, right? So it's not that they go like this, you go like this. You always have to have them bend, because there are so many lines in the elbow, and you want to make sure that those lines are extended. Because if you spray her like this, she's going to have lines in there that you don't see, exactly like the wrinkles in the knees. You want to make sure that they're extended. Any wrinkle in the body, you have to spray them, and you have to make sure that that wrinkle is extended. Whatever you need to do, you do it. Okay. So then the side, when she's in the side in the tent, she puts her arm out. So I don't have a problem with that. She turns around, she puts the other arm out. And then the front, she goes like this. So I never have a problem spraying someone in the tent, because somehow it's in the back, it's like this, the front is like this, and then the sides, it's out. Right? Questions? Or we're good? You want to go to hands or feet? Because we have 40 minutes. We need to take advantage of the time. Oops, wait. You went away. I don't hear you, Melissa. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yes, okay, tell me.
So yeah, everything that you're saying makes complete sense. I don't have any questions.
Okay, so When we're spraying the hands and the feet, that's a very dry area, just like the elbows.
Mhm.
So what I do, I just use a regular cream. And for me, the cheaper, the better, because the ones that are oils. And I don't like oils because that will be like a little bit more of a barrier cream. And I don't want a barrier cream. I just want a product that's going to moisturize the hands and the feet. So the product's going to come out perfect in hands and the feet. And somehow it's going to do like a very light barrier. So I usually go to your local supermarket and get like their brand body cream, and that should do it. Because you just
Okay, that's what I have so far.
Yes. So you just put a little bit of lotion in the hands. I usually go like tell them, go ahead and put it all over the palms, all over the hands, top, massage it very well. So you make sure that they're all nice and even. You don't want to have like a white cream in there because it's going to have a white spot in there. The same for the elbow.
Okay.
The cream needs to be like totally, how do you say, evened out. You know, you cannot have like a little white dot in there because it's going to have a white dot that's going to show up the next day. You know, every little flaw shows up the next day. When you spray them, everything looks amazing. When they shower and they see each other the next day, that's when all the little things will show up. That's why it's so critical that when you are spraying, if you can see your clients the next day, that's the best teaching that you can get, because you can say, oh, wow, yeah, it went on the neck. I cannot spray the neck. The neck dark looks horrible and it fades even worse. Oh, this area looked like a little bit dirty. I need to be careful spraying in there. So that's why you have your little sponge. You just, sometimes you just go in there, you're not aware of it. You just clean it. You can always clean it. That's the same thing for this area, the inside of the elbow. You need to be very careful with this area. This is not a part that you want to make it very dark, because the first thing that is going to go away is going to be right in there, a huge white patch. Okay, so hands, this is at the beginning of the spray before I do everything. I give the hairnet, they get all naked and all ready. Cream in the hands, cream in the feet. I have them step them in the paper that I have, that I usually use, that I love, is the craft paper. So they step,
Okay.
so I don't need to put any cream at the bottom of the feet. I just cream the top of the feet just to make sure that the overspray, when I'm spraying them, it doesn't fall in there. If it does, the cream somehow it's gonna grab it. It's not gonna tan the feet the moment that I want. I wanna make sure that the feet are tan when I want them. So that's why when I'm ready to spray the feet, which I do at the end, I go ahead and clean the feet. I grab a couple of tissue paper and totally clean the feet from the sides. Let's say these are the feet. From the sides, from the back, the front, the whole thing, and they spray. I usually spray with this part. I do 1 and 2. If I see that they're very white feet. If I see that they have a little bit of color, I just do 1, 1, 1.
Okay.
Because your gun, it's a wide fan. Now, people that have the guns that have the fan a lot smaller, then you definitely have to do 2, because it's gonna be 1 and 2. Now the hands, the same thing. The hands are very important, you know. They have to open their fingers. They cannot be like this, otherwise it's gonna have like white stuff in there. And you have to be sure that she doesn't have this wrinkle in here. She's not like that. Otherwise, she's going to have like a white. So all the fingers, including the big one, the thumb, needs to be open. And then you spray 1, and then I do a quick one right in here.
Okay.
1, and then 1 in here.
Okay.
And I do the hands when I'm doing the side of the arms on the second coat. I do 2 coats. It depends. Some brands say one coat, then that means that whenever you're doing the arms, you just do the hands. And whenever you finish the whole body, you finish the pretty much the majority of the spray, that's when you do the feet. But remember, always clean it. Some people, everyone has a lot of different techniques. I believe in cleaning the feet because Some extraction filters may not be as effective, and if we don't have good extraction system, the overspray is going to fall on her feet. And if you don't clean it, she's going to have stained feet. Some people don't even spray it because they say, oh, whatever fell in there, that's enough. You know what I have seen? If I don't clean it, and if I just let whatever overspray, where I'm spraying her, spray the feet, she's gonna have the part of the ankle, the little bone on the side is gonna make a shadow, and is that she's gonna have like a white area right under the ankle bone, and that happens. I know it's a very tiny little thing, but if you can make a perfect spray tan, without any white spots or dark spots, why not? This is about detail, Cara. The more detail that you put into this, the better the tan is gonna go. The body is full of little places that are weird and respond very differently to a tan. The skin that it's very, let's say, virgin, that is not exposed to the sun as much as the arms or the chest, is going to grab a lot less product. That's why they are lighter. That's a reason why you need to put more product in there to the majority of people. Booty area, the upper thighs, the trunk, like especially the tummy. There's nothing nicer than a tan tummy. So you need to be with detail when you're spraying. When you have your client right in front of you, you see her. Okay, how is she doing? Where is she lighter? Where is she darker? Some people have this area like a lot darker, or this area that are very dark because they go in the sun a lot, or they had a tan and just kind of went like weird like that way. So that means that you're just gonna spray her like 1 and 2 if she has this area dark. If she has this area dark, then you go more here. Now, I said do not spray the neck. Now, sometimes in here in Miami, we get these beautiful women. They're so tall and so white. And I spray her all, and then her neck looks like it's shining in there from all the bronze all over, and she has like a white neck. That means that you could give her just a tiny bit more. When you're spraying someone, the hands and the feet at the end, they may look like a little bit lighter. And a lot of clients will go like, oh, but my hands look white right now. Listen, if I spray the same amount in the hands and your feet that you see yourself like all even right now, tomorrow, your hands and feet are gonna be stained. There's nothing uglier than hands that are like too dark. The other thing, anything that's too dark, especially the areas that you wash that much, or the feet that you wear shoes, what happens with that? It's that it's gonna go away real ugly. It's gonna go away, it's gonna fade with patches. So we need to spray thinking how the tan is going to fade, depending on the area that we're talking about. So these people may think, oh, spray tans are easy. Yeah, of course they're easy. If you don't do them right, they're easy, because it's not like we're painting a wall.
Yeah.
We're painting a body. We're doing shadows and we're doing contouring. So this is like, I think it's so amazing because it brings the creative part in you, right? So tell me.
So I guess my only, I don't know, sweetheart, where she is. She'll be here soon. Sorry, my daughter's being picked up for volleyball. So as far as like right now, I've been doing people for free just to train on them.
Of course.
And what I've noticed so far is I put a dark towel underneath them, like where you use that like kind of crepe paper. And the first 2 girls that I did, the bottoms of their feet were
stained.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to send you by message the paper. I have it in my Instagram.
Okay.
There's a link in there. And
Okay.
I have an Amazon's list.
Okay.
I buy my paper from Amazon. You can buy it from anywhere.
Okay.
But the idea, what I'm telling you is that so you'll see the specifics on the paper. Because even though it's any craft paper, I think the thickness of the paper is very important.
Okay.
You cannot be too thin, because if it's too thin, when you begin spraying with the gun, the paper is going to lift. It's going to be very bothering. It's like, oh, you know, it's going to be begin hitting against the legs, and you don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be 40-pound weight,
Okay.
because if it's heavier than 40 pounds, then it's going to be very expensive, and you're going to be really wasting money and product in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is that this paper is recyclable. Even though some people may say, but it's dirty. It's not dirty. It's products from spray tan. It's not like food or greasy.
Sure.
So you can recycle. Very
Okay.
important. Recycle for the earth.
Exactly.
Uh,
Awesome.
so try the paper. You can
Okay.
find it. You really can get it like right away. You can go to a Home Depot or a Lowe's, and it's called
Okay.
craft, and it comes like in rolls. Some people prefer to buy it already cut, but you know what? I just have the roll standing up in my salon, and I cut it in
Okay.
big squares, so they stand right on top of the square. Each side for one person. Two people, folded, recycle.
Okay. So so one side for one person, or do you flip it?
One side for one person,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, that was like the big issue that I had.
And try to, when you're spraying right now, your friends of friends, so you can practice, have them come over the next day.
Okay.
They're not gonna pay you, but you can ask for something. It's like, please, let me meet you or come over and see me like real quick so I can inspect everything.
Yeah.
See the feet, see if the legs are like good. Like typical errors of someone that is just starting is like the the area near the wrist are very dark, or
Uh-huh.
the area near the ankles is very dark. Be careful in that area, because
Okay.
you don't want to spray the ankle area as much as you spray the upper thighs.
Sure.
You know? So you don't do 3 coats in the lower part of the leg. You do only 2 coats or just one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see it. You know, it's better or less, because anything that is drier is going to grab more product.
Mm-hmm.
That's a law with spray tans.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that it's better skin tone, better skin type, is going to grab less product. So that means that you can put a little bit more in there. So when she showers the next day, she's going to be all even.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it. And
Okay.
there are so many little things about it that it really does make a difference
Yeah.
in the spray tan. But this is from trial and error. The more that you do it, the better you'll get. Like everything in life, Cara.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you just need to be patient and trust the process. And whatever you need, we're always here. All right, we're here to help each other.
I appreciate it so much. I was so hesitant to say something because everyone in the group, I feel like, is so experienced that I was like, that's what you guys are there for.
Of
So
course, yes, use us.
I really
Take
appreciate
advantage
it.
of us. All
Yeah.
right, Cara? But I'm happy that we did this, because I did this class and then I didn't save it. And now just kind of, even though I don't have a model right now, I think that I try to manage to show you the way that it's done.
Yeah. And I've sprayed before, so I
Yes.
know and I understand what you're saying. So
All right, Cara. So we're pretty much running out of time. But
okay.
thank you again. And I will be posting this video, if you don't mind,
Yeah, sure.
in the group so everyone can benefit. Hi.
It's my son.
Hola. So everyone can benefit from everything that we have talked, all right? If it's okay with you and Melissa. Melissa is
Absolutely.
incognito today, but I've been reading her messages.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank
All
you,
right.
Cara.
Bye.